everyone, this is another video for Math OD2. This is 2.2 substitution, or solving systems of equations using substitution. So if you recall, you might have seen some of my previous videos on substitution, or maybe this is the first one. I always like to write out the steps of the equations, or solving equations. So the first thing that we need to do here is to isolate one variable, x or y, doesn't matter which one. Now, luckily for us, this y variable has already been isolated for us, so we don't have to do that. That's very nice. Okay, the second thing that we have to do is we have to substitute the isolated variable into the other equation. Okay, so the other equation is the one we haven't really looked at yet. In this problem here, our other equation is this first one. Okay, so we have 12x plus 6y equals 0. And so what we're going to do is anytime I see a y down here in this equation, I'm not going to write y anymore. I'm going to use the substitution property of equality. Since y equals 2x, that means wherever I see y, instead of writing that, I can write negative 2x. So that's exactly precisely what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's clean this guy up a little bit. We have 12x minus 12x equals 0. Well, that's interesting. That means that 0 equals 0. I love doing that. It looks like a little, I don't know, like an old-time beat. What do you call those things? I don't know. Anyways, it's cute. So we have 0 equals 0, and that, my friends, is a true math statement. Right? It's true no matter what value of x and y I have. So we say in mathematics that there are an infinite number of solutions. Okay? And if you don't believe me, what you can do is that you can graph these guys, and you will find out that they are not two different lines. They are actually the same line. They are just rearranged or disguised to look like different equations. But I could actually rearrange one of the equations and prove that it is actually identical to the second equation. In fact, that sounds like so much fun. Let's do that right now, just for fun, just to show ourselves that we really don't have two different equations. Okay? So let's, what should we do here? Let's subtract 12x from each side. So we have 6y equals negative 12x. Okay, then we divide both sides by 6, and we get y equals negative 2x. Oh my gosh! Isn't that exactly the same as our second equation? It is, right? So it's like you went to this masked ball and you saw this mysterious stranger and you were like, oh my gosh, this person is amazing and whatever. And then all of a sudden they unmask themselves and you were like, oh, that's my best friend. I already know that person, right? So they are not, in fact, two separate equations. They're a single equation, right? It's just a line. And as you know, a line extends infinitely in both directions, so it has an infinite number of points that satisfy it, so that's why we have infinite solutions.